Imagine we have a pastor
Yes.
saying that gospel artists are commercializing and now going after money.
Yes.
What's your take on that kind of an opinion being put out there?
Let me say this, and I want to say it with all amount of responsibility.
Right.
That I want to speak to all gospel artists in this country and musicians and gospel music ministers. Do not allow yourself to succumb to the cheap blackmail by some powerful forces to diminish the status and the responsibility of gospel musicians and what we do as a people. And I want to say that we cannot allow ourselves to be cowed through this form of sheep campaign to diminish us, to subjugate us, to subvert us, to denigrate us, because some people want to fulfill a selfish agenda. Let me say this. Every profession in this country looks for ways to sustain themselves.
Right.
Now, even the pastoral ministries, the churches, every church you see around, they have a strategy to make money to sustain themselves. And any career, any business that you do that cannot sustain you, cannot feed you, cannot pay your fees, then that business is not worth getting involved, whatever it is, ministry or not. And I want to say that it is the system that we run in this country that drove the gospel musicians of the time before.
Right.
If you ask Dr. Panam Paul, right, who is the father of gospel music in Nigeria, every major person that started with him as gospel artists they run away. What drove them away? Economic factors.
Right.
We in this generation decided that we will not allow the system to decide what we want, how to profess our profession,
right,
how we practice our profession.
Exactly.
If a gospel music charges money to play gospel music, what he's doing right now is looking for a way to sustain himself, just like the church looks for every means, offering, tithe, seed faith, book selling, opening of schools, educational institutions, all are to raise money to make sure the church survives. If we do not have a way to raise money, how do we survive? We cannot allow any system to kill that. Gospel musicians in the present age are living better life. And even, by the way, if you cannot pay a gospel musician, why do you invite them? If you can't pay the gospel musician, what business do you have inviting a gospel musician? What is this complaint about gospel music and payment? If you can't pay them, use your choir and forget about it. If you can afford it, do that. But why do they have complaints about payment in Nigeria? In America, Frontal, for example, charges from $75,000 to $150,000. In the last Good Morning America program, Frontal charged $100,000. And $100,000 is how much? It's about 165 million naira per event. There is no American pastor who has come to complain that they are charging money too much. This complaint doesn't come from America. It is this
such an ironic situation.
This lavish mentality, this oppressive mentality. Gospel music and gospel musicians have played second fiddle to the system that has continued to see them as hirelings. And when we say pay money, they see us as hirelings. Now, by the way, there are some gospel musicians that say they don't charge money. They just come free. And you pay them whatever you want to pay them. Others charge money.
Right.
They determine a fee for you to invite them. And let me say this. There is no difference between the one who say he won't collect money and the one who say he will collect money. Because all of them have different strategies. And they are strategies on how to get the people and make money. Exactly. The one who says he doesn't collect money, if you pay him less, the next time you call him, he will not pick your phone again. That means that his mindset is also the money. Let me say this. We have come to a point in our lives where we want to grow beyond the limits that we are at. Gospel music has never been this popular globally before. And if gospel music has reached this level, it is because certain things have changed. Certain ways have changed. Gospel musicians go through a lot for one song to make a meaning. And then you tell us we should just be there and we should be looking at the others who are living the best of life and we should be living secondary life. That is not acceptable. Gospel music, once again, go about your business of ministry, do whatever you need to sustain yourself and make sure you have the heart that is also for the people. There are some ministries who can't provide those big honorariums you are calling. Make sure you have a plan for them. Go for them, bless them, and be a part of the system. But there are many ministries who can provide that. So they should pay. They should pay. They should take care of it. And the Bible says in the book of Matthew, chapter 25, from verse 14, it talks about the parable of the talent. The talent that is well used profitably benefits both the talented person and those whom it is meant for. And so if we are not accountable on how to use our talent to benefit what we do and to benefit our society, we are the most foolish of people. Foolish of people. The Bible says in book of 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 7, it says the gift is given to every man to profit withal. If your gift can't profit you, and if it cannot profit the body, what is it meant for? My friend, let's stop this thing. Let's stop this thing. Everyone, go and face your ministry.